This dramatization is based on Shirley MacLaine's book, Out on a Limb, her account of a personal spiritual quest. Some of the people presented are composite characters.
I landed in Lima, Peru at 6 in the morning. David was nowhere in sight. I wondered what I'd gotten myself into.
Hola! Bienvenida!
Dr. Livingston, I presume.
Mrs. Schweitzer?
Oh, it's so good to see you.
Oh, I'm sorry I'm late.
I thought maybe I'd be lost in the Andes.
Nah, you won't be lost long. Wait till you see what you find.
Oh, really? What? You seem so convinced I'm going to find something here.
I am. I've been making some arrangements.
What do you mean?
Well, I thought as long as we were here, we would go see Machu Picchu and the lost city of the Incas. It's only a couple hours away, and it's a wonderful introduction to Peru.
The lost city of the Incas. Wow, that sounds adventurous.
Yep, well, that's what we're here for. First, we'll go to the rest house, and we'll drop off our things, and then I'll show you the city. It's absolutely spectacular.
A little culture shock, huh?
Well, here. This will hold you till we get there.
Well, I'm keeping a record of everything, David, so we're going 50-50, okay?
Okay, you owe me half a sandwich.
I could feel the altitude affecting me already. In a few hours, we were at 9,500 feet. I remembered Bella's comments when she drove me to the airport.
All I know about Peru is the government is left of left wing and military to boot. They got llamas running around loose, but I never heard anything about it being the UFO capital of the world.
No, I didn't say that, Bella. I said that David says he saw some there.
Who is this David? Shirley, what do you know about him?
Not much, but I trust him.
What about your relationship with Jerry?
I don't know. I guess I would say that's on hold.
I understand the spiritual thing, but what this has to do with extraterrestrials is completely beyond me.
But that's what I'm going there to find out. See?
Creo que han sido entonces, bueno,
What's he talking about, David?
Un momento.
What's he saying?
He says that he's seen flying discs flying to Lake Titicaca and come out again.
Really? Excuse me, do you speak English?
yes, discs flying, get into Lake Titicaca, stay under a long time, they come up, out, you know.
How many did you see?
I think there were 7. There was many people saw it. I am not the only one.
What do you think they are?
Well, from there, other worlds, other worlds. Many people see it.
This is what you saw too?
Yes. I tell you, it's a common occurrence around here. It's written up in the paper all the time. The higher up you go, the more it's taken for granted.
And these discs go under the lake.
Under the water. Then they come up again.
Very strange. Wonderful.
Wait till we get to Machu Picchu. I'll give you a new meaning for strange and wonderful. Gracias, señor. The Incas built this city, and nobody can figure out how they did it. Because they didn't have iron tools, and they hadn't learned how to use the wheel. So how did they get thousands of tons of unbroken slabs of stone all the way up here, huh?
You saying they might have had extraterrestrial help in building this?
I'm not saying.
It is incredible. You think some of us are drawn here because we might have lived here once?
I don't know. I have this haunting feeling that I've been here before and saw these stones being lifted through some mysterious process.
Really? It's really some other world, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, wait till you see the Nazca lines.
These markings are even older than Machu Picchu, and many people are fascinated by the mystery of what they mean. Seen any more UFOs?
My brother sees this last month. He was in Huancayo in the mountains. They fly from around the Huantapayana ice peaks. Oh, they're beautiful. Very fast, you say?
You think these markings we're gonna see were made by UFOs a long time ago?
I don't know, lady. Look, you see for yourself.
Yeah.
There they are.
They're like these drawings you made in California, the spider. Look, there it is on the ground.
The thing of it is that none of those markings are visible from the ground. They're only visible from the air. So you gotta figure that something must have been flying around in those days. A lot of people think that that's an astronaut.
Well, it looks human anyway.
Jose, why don't you move on over to the airstrip so we can show Shirley that? See?
Yeah.
See those markings down there? Doesn't it look like an airstrip?
Yeah, it could be.
I just wonder what kind of an aircraft could have used an airstrip like that.
How old are these?
A couple of thousand years old.
Well, must the research says definitely PC.
Well, maybe these are landing strips used by those UFOs they talk about in Ezekiel in the Bible.
Maybe. It sure makes you think, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
So David and I started our trek into the Andes. It would take us all day to reach the hotel where he usually stayed.
David, what are they?
Those are tombstones. Whenever a person dies in an accident in the Andes, they erect a cross or a tombstone at the site where the accident occurred.
Well, we're not the only crazy ones around here, are we?
What does it mean?
That means that lots of people see UFOs around here, and nobody is particularly disturbed by it.
Who put that sign up here?
I don't know. Local Chamber of Commerce, the government, B.S. Saul Realtors, I don't know.
Can I take a picture of it?
Sure. Show the folks back home.
Bella's never gonna believe this, David. A government sign? I hardly dare believe what else you've seen up here.
Yep.
When are you going to tell me?
When it's time.
Can I take their picture? Would they mind?
It's not their favorite thing. There'll be plenty of picture postcard stuff for later.
What's wrong?
It's the lack of oxygen. We're about 90 billion feet up. I know the carburetor's good, and I know we got plenty of gas.
Okay. What do we do?
Well, we just have to sit and wait. It'll start again soon.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Come here, I want to show you something. A lot of those big wide buses go over the side around here, see?
What happened to the people inside?
It's life, that's all, and death. But then nobody ever really dies anyway.
But David.
But David what? Nah, there aren't any accidents.
But you sound so detached.
Well, what should I be, mad and upset?
How about sorry? Empathetic?
I am sorry, but I know that every person on that bus had a reason for being there.
Yeah, to get to Lima.
No. There aren't any victims in this world. Everything that happens for a reason.
I'm not sure I like what you're saying at all.
Well, when you come up with a better explanation, you tell me. See? You thought this engine was dead, but it has another life.
Tell that to the people on the bus.
I don't think I need to. I think they've heard it already.
This whole thing scares me, David. It really does.
Why?
I don't know. It just scares me. I'm used to being mad at death, you know? I mean, most people are.
Maybe if you recognize that there's a higher harmony going on, you wouldn't get angry with death. You wouldn't feel the need to control. You could relax. You'd realize that everything is happening at the right time and in the right place.
Oh. You're telling me those people wanted to die.
No. I'm telling you that those people didn't die. And that's the whole point. You're a nice person.
So are you.
Well, this is it.
What is it?
This is where we're gonna stay.
Where?
There. This is our hotel.
You're kidding me.
Nope. Come on. Hey. Hola. Hola, llama. ¿Cómo se llama? Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes, señor Leiva.
¿Me recuerda?
Sí, señor.
¿Cómo está? ¿Está bien?
Sí, gracias.
Bueno. Es mi amiga Shirley.
Señora, buenas tardes. Señora, buenas tardes. Sí.
How do you do?
Bueno. Better light your light.
Is this it?
This is it. May not look like much, but it's home.
Yeah, you've got a great imagination.
Yep, there's your closet. If you're gonna unpack your things, you better do it now before the sun goes down, because when it does, this place turns into an icebox. I'll be right next door.
Where's the hot water?
There's a mineral bath down by the river. We'll warm up down there.
We will?
Yeah, you'll love it. It's my hot tub in the Andes.
I must have done something in one of my past lives to deserve this.
It's not too far. It's right down here by the river.
Careful! Come on, doesn't look like much, but wait till you see what's inside.
Careful. Anybody here? Nobody here.
Where is it? Oh.
This is one of the famous mineral baths of the Andes. It'd be great for your muscles.
Oh, I'd rather be in Philadelphia. Ugh. Bubbly. How come?
The minerals make it bubble. People with arthritis are usually greatly relieved by this water.
Where's this water come from?
It's fed directly by mountain streams.
Oh, God, so I'm supposed to get in there and be warm and get out and freeze my keister off, right?
Well, you'd be cold as hell at first, but then you'd be better off than if you'd never done it.
How's this supposed to work?
Oh, well, you jump in and I'll leave, and then you'll holler and I'll come catapulting in.
Close the door.
You want to try something?
What do you mean?
You see this candle right here?
Of course I see the candle.
Okay. I just wanted you to look into the light of this candle and take a deep breath.
Take a deep breath.
A really deep breath.
What do I do? Can I breathe out?
Yes, you may breathe out. Sort of like this. I just want you to focus on the light of the candle until you feel that you and the light of the candle are one.
Till I am the light of the candle.
Come on. What are you afraid of?
Me?
No, the woman standing behind you. Now, come on, just concentrate on the candle. Take a deep breath. Just breathe real deep and focus into the light of the candle. Keep breathing. Breathe. And stare into the center of the candle. Breathe. Focus on the light of the candle as though it were the center of your own being. Make the candle light you. Concentrate and breathe. You are the light. Breathe. Breathe. Make the light you. You are the light.
What happened?
How'd you like that for your first attempt at meditation breathing?
Wow. Wow. I feel so peaceful, you know?
Yeah. To be peaceful, you have to think that time doesn't matter. You have to forget that time matters. Breathing is life. Don't you feel like you've had a rest?
Yeah. Yeah. Was I hypnotized or something?
No. You were just in sort of a state of self-relaxing, expanded awareness. big one, huh? Breathing is an involuntary act. You can learn to rejuvenate that way easily. If you learn to control your breathing, you live a longer life.
Really?
Sort of like the giant tortoise. Breathes about 4 times a minute, lives to be about 200 years old. You interested in living a longer life?
Not for 200 years. Are you interested in living a long life?
Me?
No, the guy standing behind you.
Oh, him. Me? No, not really. I just want to go home.
I looked out over the river. I shivered in the cold and marveled at how alive I felt, how happy. I thought about Jerry. Where was he? What was he doing right now? And was he happy? I remembered Hawaii.
You know, if I could put together the joy that I feel right now with the satisfaction I get from my work, then I would be a happy man.
I know what you mean.
I'm not complaining. I always assume that I start from 0, so anything after that is a plus.
I don't. I assume I can start anywhere I want and I can go anywhere I want after that. But that's me, I guess. I just want it all.
You want paradise. But like Milton says, it was lost a long time ago.
I don't think so. That's right, you're right now.
Paradise, isn't it?
Sure is.
Let's go get some chow.
I wonder if I'll be able to sleep in this cold.
I'll have some hot milk for us and an Indian stew they make with meat and vegetables and mountain herbs. Ooh, it's tasty. It's very, 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 very tasty. It smells so good I could eat this door. Buenas noches. Buenas noches. Mira.
Nice to see you again, Mr. David.
Hola. ¿Tienes mi guiso y mi leche caliente?
Está todo listo.
Bueno. Es mi amiga Shirley.
Oh, hello.
Hello, how do you
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Ahora traigo la leche, Mr. David.
Gracias.
She speaks English, huh?
I teach her a little every time I come here.
How often do you come here?
I've been coming here on and off for about 8 years.
8 years? Why?
Well, something happened here that changed my life.
What?
I'll tell you about it some other time. Now, tomorrow we go for a long walk, and I'll show you this place, and you'll see for yourself why I like it so much.
Okay. I like this. Those stars. They're like zircon plums, close enough to pluck.
I like the way you use words.
Oh, thank you.
Careful. No, that's not a compliment. That's a statement of fact. You use words well.
Thank you.
Especially those two.
Which two?
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, it's so dank and dusty in here. You like those 2 words?
Yeah, it's both alliterative and automata poetic.
Oh. Why is it 5 degrees cooler in here than it is outside?
Well, let me give you a tip about sleeping in this cold. You'll find that you're a lot warmer if you sleep with your clothes off underneath your poncho.
Are you kidding me or what?
No. Your body generates its own aura heat. Try it. Okay?
Okay.
Good night.
Good night, David.
Good night, Chet.
And that's the way it is. Oh, my God.
like you said. Nude meant work, plus a little meditation on my part. I use this technique I used in the Himalayas, you know, where I concentrate on this orange sun in my chest, and pretty soon I'm warm, and I wouldn't have believed it, but there it was. It happened.
Hey, finally getting the hang of it.
Yeah, what?
Letting go and trusting. Come on, let's go. Hey, Demir made us some eggs, and I got something special that I want to show you.
What? Are we finally going to see some UFOs?
Cuando está el carnival, que bandero, mi cholita, mi cholita, mi cholita, mi cholita, mi cholita, Swimming hole. Hola. These are the mountain people, and they're very reserved. They have a thing about privacy even when they're dressed. So let's just turn our backs, and maybe they'll give us the opportunity to go in.
Why is the young man dressed?
At a concession to the elders. Otherwise, he'd have to wait for them to leave. But it's no big deal. His clothes will dry on the way home. Come on, they're leaving. Come on here! Come on, you take your clothes off once you get in the water.
No, I don't want to take my clothes off in the water. Is he in a trance?
Could be. Sulfur water does that to you.
Turn around.
Ma'am.
And stay around. Oh, this is wonderful. That's my watch on.
As I observed David, I wondered something really bizarre. Was he actually there? Was it possible that his soul was out of his body? I remembered something Peter Sellers had told me when we worked together. Peter and I were doing Being There, and I knew this was the soundstage where he had had his near-fatal heart attack. Everybody was kidding around that day so as not to call attention to how Peter felt, because we knew he was frightened. His was a famous heart attack, because he was pronounced clinically dead for quite some time. Then as we talked, Peter explained that he wasn't dead, that he was having an out-of-body experience. He said he felt himself leave his body and hover over it. He said he watched the doctors and the nurses trying to save his life below him. He said it was such a beautiful experience that he was never afraid of death after that the doctors were confused and amazed when he told them what had happened, but said that many of their patients had reported the same phenomenon.
Wow. Oh, it's really out there.
What do you mean?
Well, sometimes when I meditate, I leave my body.
Where do you go, David?
Well, I go anywhere I want. Just float out into God's universe, you know? I see my body below, and I go higher and higher and higher. It's a fantastic feeling.
Why are you so casual about it, David? Wouldn't that scare a lot of people?
Oh, yeah, I was scared too at first, but not anymore. I guess that's why I'm not afraid of death. I do it all the time.
I don't know, David.
Don't get upset. Be patient. Someday you may be able to do it too. So you're taking notes.
I always take notes when I travel. That's where I get my books.
It's good. Remember the details. They're going to come in handy.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
They just will.
You are so mysterious.
I'm not being mysterious. I'm just leading up to something.
Es bonito el anillo de su amiga Shirley.
¿Sí?
Me gusta.
¿Bonito?
Y es raro. Es un reloj, ¿no?
¿Quieres?
¿Puedo agarrarlo?
What's she saying?
Pregúntale. She's saying that she likes your watch ring and she wants it.
¿This?
Sí. Rings make you happy, do they?
Ring me happy.
Rings make you happier than happiness?
Sí, sí. What this?
Oh, it's tissue.
Oh.
What are you thinking?
Why couldn't it make me happy to say to the woman, take the ring watch, it's yours? But I can't do it. Too attached to it. It represents too much to me.
Well, I always feel when I get attached to things, it's because I'm feeling a lack of love.
Maybe.
This is the Watapayana Ice Peaks.
You go to the ice peak?
Is this where the UFOs come from?
Many across the sky. But they land too. When they land, they leave big marks. If you come close to them, they go away.
Well, what are they?
From the stars.
Stars?
Yeah. Something say they come to study us. Sí. No se preocupe, gracias.
Nela, vas a hacer Houston.
This is a fairyland.
This is the regular Sunday fair. This is where they bring their wares from the mountains.
Incredible. You love it out here, don't you?
Uh-huh.
Do you ever get depressed or lonely?
Sure.
How do you get through it?
Well, I guess for me, happiness is like knowing what I believe in.
But you never seem to have any self-doubt.
No?
I think people who don't have any self-doubt are self-righteous and dangerous.
Well, I have a lot of self-doubt, and I've always thought the people that were self-righteous are just people that want you to think the way they do.
Do you think I do that?
Less.
Want everything my way?
No. The most I get from you is that you get a little impatient with people. What's wrong? Does this got something to do with you and your friend?
What you said about me is fair. I want him to look at some things he's doing, and he won't do it. And on the other hand, he won't accept what I'm looking into. He's so frightened by everything. And I'm afraid I'm going to lose him. And some of my friends, too.
I know. That happened to me. But you won't lose real friends. Real friends are people who let you have your own truth, whatever it is.
Well, I believed that everything I saw was what there was, that was all there was to it. But now, all of a sudden, I find that we're all playing parts in some spiritual play, right? When I look at how I've played my part, I'm not real happy about it.
Well, that's what happens when you finally take a look. But you'll get another part next time around. So will they. And we'll all play it better. Until we finally get it right.
Some rehearsal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate this hot sauce. Makes me cry.
Where's that Omira now?
She'll be back soon. She'll fetch another ride. You'll get your ring back, don't worry.
Thanks for listening to me, David.
I have something I want to tell you now, and I want you to listen and try not to get upset.
Why would I get upset?
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
It's about a girl, and her name is Maya.
Oh, a woman. Is this the one you said you had loved and lost?
That's good. That's good. Ask me more questions. That way I can ease my way into it.
Oh, a game.
Yeah.
Isn't it always?
Did you have a love affair with her?
Well, it wasn't a real love affair. It was more like a cosmic love affair.
Yeah, don't they all seem that way?
Mm-hmm. Ask me some more questions.
All right. What was her profession?
She was a geologist. She was here on a mining expedition.
A mountain pickup, David.
No. It wasn't anything like that. Okay, I'll tell you. I was out walking alone one morning, and I saw her driving along this very road in an old Pontiac. She stopped, she got out. She was wearing blue jeans, I think. And I could not take my eyes off her face. It was translucent. It knocked me for a loop. It just felt so peaceful looking at her.
What else did she look like?
She was very small, petite. She had long dark hair and big dark eyes like I'd never seen before. When she walked, it was like she was flowing. When she talked to me, it was like she knew what I was thinking. She knew everything about me. She knew my life. She knew my friends, my past friends, what I was doing, my painting, everything.
How did she know all that?
Well, I don't know. I asked her, and she said that she would tell me later.
Not like you, wasn't she?
No. Yes. No. Then she started talking about the world and governments and how people were destroying themselves with negative attitudes and how people needed to believe in themselves positively. And then she talked about Christ's teachings, and she said that if people really understood Christ's teachings, that they wouldn't have a lot of the problems that they have today.
Was she a religious fanatic or something?
No. No, she was not. That was the thing. It was, she was talking more about the earth and its importance to the cosmos, and I don't know. I asked her where she was staying. She wouldn't tell me. Then she left. Then she came back. Then she found me again. But can we just pull over for a second?
Sure.
So you remember when you asked me how I got into all this spiritual stuff?
Right.
Well, before I met Mayan, I could have cared less whether there was life after death or God was alive and well and living in Orange County and souls. I mean, all that stuff was wacko to me, all right?
Right.
And then after a while, I began listening to her. And then I realized that she was giving me some sort of scientific information. And then she told me to write it down. She told me to write it down, and she told me then that I would pass it along to the right person who would see that it was noticed. And I think that maybe that person is you.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Okay, then why didn't you show me what you wrote down?
Well, because of who she is. Ask me some more questions, huh?
David, this is a really dumb game.
Please, just ask me some more questions.
Oh, God, questions? What kind of questions? I mean, help me. All right, Mayan. It's a very exotic-sounding name. She from Polynesia or something like that?
No, farther than that.
Further what? Further east? Is she from Japan? Is she from China?
No,
is she from Borneo?
not farther east. Farther up.
Further up. I sound like a straight man in a vaudeville act.
Farther up and further out.
You're the one who's farther out. Further up and farther. You make her sound like she's from another planet.
That's right. That's it. That's it.
What's it?
What you just said.
God. Come on, David.
Yes, that's why I couldn't tell you.
You telling me that this Mayan person, this friend of yours, was from another planet?
But I swear to God, it's true. I believe it's true.
Oh, my God. Oh.
Yes, and she proved it to me. She proved it to me.
I would like to go home. Morning.
Morning.
I consider you a friend of mine. And I think you're in your right mind.
Yeah. Thanks.
Where is this Mayan person now?
Oh, I can't find her. I keep coming back here hoping that she'll turn up. Sometimes I wonder if I really ever did meet her. But she changed my life. Everything that I believe now started with what I learned from her.
Did she say exactly where she was from?
Sure. The Pleiades.
Did you ever question her claim to be an extraterrestrial?
Are you kidding? I thought that she'd gotten hold of some bad pot, or I had. Of course I didn't believe her. I told her that I didn't want to see her anymore, but she just kept finding me. And then one morning she instructed me to go to the base of a particular foothill and look up at a specific peak, right over there. You know what happened?
I'm not sure I really want to know.
I looked up into the sky, and exactly over that specific peak, I saw one of those flying discs that I had heard the mountain people talk about. It hovered over me like it was teasing me.
Mm-hmm.
And then it started to descend, not far from me. I felt the strange vibrations all around me, like I was in a force field or something. And it didn't scare me. In fact, just the opposite. It was weird. Then I saw these 4 legs come out from underneath it. And it landed real quiet. It just sat there. I was so drawn to it. It was so beautiful. It was this white, iridescent color. I wanted to go over to it, but something told me not to. And then it just shot up and disappeared. And after that experience, I listened to mine. Well, what do you think?
I don't know.
Well, you want to go over by the ruins? I still have something I have to tell you.
Why not? What could top this?
She sure had a lot to say about you.
Me?
Mm-hmm. She told me that I was guided to bring you those African stones.
Guided by whom?
By her.
Why?
She said that we had something to do together, that we had met before in previous lives, and that someday you would want proof of that.
What's all the secrecy about, David? Why couldn't you tell me this before?
I couldn't tell you about mine until you were ready to hear it. The point is that I was to deliver those stones without either one of us knowing what was really going on. You are to be a guide, a teacher like me, but on a wider scale.
A teacher? I'm not a teacher, David. I'm a learner.
Yeah? But you write.
Oh, no, you don't. Oh, you're crazy. Oh, I'm supposed to write about all this? I don't even know what I think about this.
Mine said that because of the way that you write, that you could help to teach people.
I'm supposed to write a book about my past lives and favorite extraterrestrials I've known, right?
Don't get crazy.
I could just kick you.
You'd be surprised how many people there are out there that want to know more about this.
But then you do it, David. You be the crazy one.
There's nobody crazy here. Relax. Just relax. Everybody in the world would like to know the truth.
The truth? What truth?
The simple truth of who they are and where they come from, and that there's a whole lot more going on than they've been taught.
Yeah, but that might be your truth, David. I don't know what my truth is yet. And I'm just not the kind of person that can go around telling other people what their truth is.
Then just tell them about your search.
My search, my personal search for my own identity is something I feel comfortable with. That's why it's all right with me to explore whether I might have lived a past life or something. But the truth of talking to extraterrestrials? Oh, God. David, please.
Well, you sure picked the wrong line of work if you're afraid of public humiliation.
You think I plan to be a public personality?
We all plan what we do in order to learn and serve. You know that. Maybe this is the karma that you chose for yourself this time around.
Am I being set up here? Are you telling me about this Mayan person because you're setting me up to write a book? About all this stuff, which just incidentally would include you?
Answer me! Answer me!
Calm down. You'll make more progress.
Progress? Progress? You and your pontificating? You're talking about upsetting everything mankind believes in and replacing it with something outrageous. It's metaphysical Twilight Zone mumbo-jumbo, and you call it progress.
That's funny. Maya thinks that our priorities are mumbo-jumbo. She thinks we live in the Dark Ages. But just take a look at the world, for God's sake. Isn't it clear that we need a change, and soon?
I don't want to talk about this anymore. You know something? I was real wrong about you. You're a nuts. You're nuts.
Wait a minute.
No.
Mayan told me to tell you one thing if you had a hard time with this. She said in order to get to the fruit of the tree, you have to go out on a limb.
I don't believe this is happening to me. I've got to get out of here.
Wait a minute.
No, I've got to see what's familiar. I want to go home. I want to get my old way of thinking back again. You stay in your fantasy world if you want to. It's not for me.
It's not fantasy. It happened. It is happening. And I didn't want to believe it any more than you do. Shirley, it took me 2 trips down here and 2 months of talking to Mayan before I was even civil to her. She almost gave up on me. And she was threatening what I called my sanity, too. But after a while, I had to admit that she was making sense.
Well, I can go along with a lot, David. But you talking to a person from the Pleiades just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, but it happened. And someone is behind those crafts. What are you afraid of? Shirley,
Okay,
please. Shirley.
Think by myself.
Mom gave this to me to give
What
to
is
you.
that?
A bracelet. She said if you wear it, it will...
I don't want this.
What harm can it do?
Okay, I've got it. Will you let me go?
Yes.
Thanks.
That was probably the most confusing period of my whole life. I walked and I thought by myself for 3 days. Was David really crazy? Or was what he was saying so threatening to me that I couldn't think straight? I always reacted negatively when I heard something that disturbed me or that I couldn't understand. Did I identify myself by what I couldn't understand or by what frightened me? Or could life actually be defined more by its possibilities than by its limitations? And was I on the threshold of understanding that there might be people out there who actually lived that way, with no sense of limitation? see me. David, see me. David, see me. David, see me.
Shirley! Shirley, are you there?
Where are you? David! David, I'm over here! David! David, keep going, I hear you!
Good! 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 Keep yelling so that I can find you!
David, can you hear me? I'm over here! Just keep going straight, I'm over here! David, I'm here! Just keep going straight, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here! Just keep going straight, I'm over here!
Thank you, Maya. Shirley? Shirley, you okay?
I'm so cold.
Okay, okay.
How did you find me? How did you know where I was?
You're not gonna believe this, but Mayan told me.
Mayan?
Yeah, she talks to me in my head.
Oh, my God. No, oh, God. No, no.
Well, you couldn't call the car rental company this time, could you?
The car rent? No. What is happening?
Come on, come on.
Something's wrong.
Yeah, it's just probably the carburetor. We'll fix it tomorrow.
No,
Get your keys and get your gear.
I don't have any gear. I'm
yeah,
so
I know.
cold.
Get in the car. Get warm.
I didn't know what to think, and I kept hearing all these noises.
Get
How
warm.
did you say you found me?
Close your mind.
What do you mean she talks to you?
Sometimes she even tells me what I want for lunch.
What do you mean?
I mean just that. I mean, she speaks to me in my noggin. Here, wrap this around you to keep you warm. Good. There. So, you had a peaceful 3 days?
Don't you do that, David.
Well, just want you to get ready for some more.
Oh, God. Oh.
You okay? Okay, this is a good place to start, so you won't be too frightened.
What do you mean? Too frightened of what?
Don't say anything. And above all, don't touch the wheel.
Don't touch the wheel?
I found you. That you know.
Yes.
Now just trust me. And don't touch the wheel.
Okay.
You're going a little fast.
David! David! I don't believe this. Oh, dear.
If they could see me now, that little gang of mine. I'm sitting in this truck and everything's just fine. I'd like those tumble bumps to see for a fact the kind of top drawer E.T. chums on the track.
I brought this along because a lot of what Mayan tells me or told me is, well, I mean, I had to write it down. And essentially what she told me is that she and her Pleiadian people...
David said that Mayan had put up an invisible force field around the truck, and that within that force field, everything was safely in her control. He said she always asked his permission to do such a thing. Then he talked about the unseen energy that she and the Pleiadians had learned to work with. He called it the Divine God Intelligence Force. He said the energy of that God intelligence and the energy of the human soul were made up of the same characteristics.
It's faster than the speed of light. It's sort of like Superman or something. And that the feelings of love quicken the flow of energy to its ultimate.
So this God energy is really scientific, you're saying?
Yeah, spiritually scientific. The technology without an understanding of God is destructive. Technology with an understanding of God is virtually unlimited. And everybody, each of us in our own souls, in our own hearts, knows that, because our heart or our soul is a reflection of God.
As David spoke, I knew that what he was saying was true. I could feel more pieces fall into place and connect. He said the divine force is what the soul is made of. The light of the candle and I were one. I was the light. Then a strange thing happened. I looked around the bathhouse. The plant behind David glowed with a flickering multicolored aura. Then I saw David's aura. It shimmered and danced like firelight around him. And then I felt myself lift out of my body. I lifted not only above myself in the water, but right through the roof of the building. And attached to my body was a thin silver cord. I soared above the river and the entire landscape. It wasn't a dream. I was actually doing it. I soared upward through the clouds. And then I felt myself change direction. I began to move forward past mountaintops below me. And then I was on my way to the moon. I soared closer and closer to the moon. I was aware of vibrational frequency around it. I couldn't see it. I could only sense the frequency. I felt like a spiritual astronaut, free and unencumbered. And then just behind the moon, I saw a nebula. I wondered if my silver cord would stretch that far. And with that limited thought, I stopped soaring. Slowly, slowly, I felt myself drawn back to the earth, downward, downward. I could see the sunrise on the other side of the globe, and then with a sudden acceleration, I was back in my body.
Shirley, are you all right? What's going on?
David, I did it. I did it. I was out there, David. I was out there. I was above all of this. I was above the earth. Oh, my God. It was incredible. I was over this planet, and I saw the other side. It was daylight on the other side of the globe.
Did you see your silver cord?
Yes. Yes, I saw it. I saw that stuff you talk about.
Ah, finally.
Oh, my. And this, all of this around me, it was so full of light. I saw auras.
The only difference between what you just experienced and dying is that when you pass over for the last time, your silver cord snaps.
You know something? If this is dying, then I don't know what there is in life to be afraid of. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you, so.
Who do you love, David?
I think that when you really start loving yourself, you start loving everybody. Now, after the experience with mine, I don't think I even really know how to relate to the subject.
But were you in love with her?
Well, it wasn't about that, really. It was more about finding out how I fit into the scheme of things. Mayan taught me that we all create our own reality. Maybe you only exist in my head. Maybe those stars are up there only because I think they are.
Wait a minute. You're saying that reality is only what we create it to be?
I believe that we are responsible for our experiences because we create them.
Why? Why do we create all this crazy stuff for ourselves?
Well, crazy stuff's not negative. It's all part of a learning experience. It teaches us who we are. Mayan told me that in all the cosmos there is nothing more valued than a single soul. And that whatever a single soul accomplishes lifetime after lifetime uplifts the rest of humanity forever. That's how important each one of us is.
I had been in the Andes now about 2.5 weeks. I wondered if I could hang on to the change in me when I returned to my real life. Oh, it seemed so far away, yet the time was drawing near.
Señor, ¿cuánto cuesta? La misma. ¿Cuánto cuesta para revista y periódico?
2.500 periódico, 10.000 la revista.
Sí, gracias. Holy cow, look here. It says that there was this huge blackout in New York City and that a lot of people went free shopping.
What's free shopping?
I guess it means looting.
Is anybody hurt or killed?
Doesn't say. It says that the whole system broke down and that there will now be a large clamor for more law and order.
Does it say anything about the campaigns there?
No, I don't see anything. Why, you want to find out about Bella's campaign?
Yes. How?
Okay. There's a great psychic in town I can take you to. She's great. You want to go visit her?
Great.
Okay, great. Let's go. Gracias, señor.
Thank you. So you say this psychic Maria is an accurate psychic?
She's the best. And the greatest thing about her is she doesn't even know how she does it. All she needs is something with your vibrations on it.
I'll give her this. What do you think?
That's great. You've been wearing that a lot. It's got a lot of your energy on it. It's right in here.
Okay.
David.
Hola.
How are you?
Bien, ¿y tú?
Bien. It's been a very long time.
Yep. This is my friend Shirley Maria.
Mucho gusto. Please, siéntense. Sit.
Thank you.
I have little time. You are here for a long time?
Oh, no, Shirley has to leave tomorrow. I just wanted her to meet you.
You have questions?
Yes, I have a few.
I made her aware of your talent.
My talent? God talent.
Yeah, well, Shirley understands that.
You have something I hold, please.
This?
Now, you ask questions.
I have a woman friend in New York City. She's a politician, and she's running for mayor of that city. Will she win?
No. No, I no see her win competition. I see man win. Man with no hair and long fingers.
There's some mistake here, David, because I know all the people who declared. Nobody matches that description.
This man has declared, but no one take him serious.
Oh.
You have more questions?
Are there any good movie scripts coming up for me?
Un momento, please. I see a man standing by window, looking at snow. He unhappy. Unhappy because he cannot be with you. Do you understand what I see?
I think so.
He thinks so much. So much. But cannot be with you. I am sorry.
No, I'm not surprised. Tell me more about my woman friend. Are you sure she won't win?
I am sure. Your woman will not win. Tall man with no hair, long fingers. No one knows he will win yet. But he will win.
When you hear something like that about a friend, like what Maria said about Bella, do you tell him?
Well, I always figure that to be forewarned is to be forearmed. Maybe she ought to take another poll. Because there has to be something there in the collective unconscious. Or Maria wouldn't have picked it up.
Hola, David.
Buenos días.
Buenas tardes.
Hola. What is that, David?
He's a friend of mine. He doesn't speak much English, but he's very reliable. He's going to drive you down the mountain, and he's also got a plane reservation for you back to New York.
Me?
Why? Why am I leaving? I thought we were both going tomorrow.
I'm not going back.
Why?
I want to stay here. I've done what I was supposed to do. I brought you here, and now you can go and think about everything that you've learned.
What are you saying?
Look, this is just the beginning for you. What you need is your real life back now. There's nothing more I can do.
I don't want to, David.
You got your notes and you got your tapes. You make the decision what to do with it all. There's more books to read. It's all ahead of you. But you've got to do it alone.
I wouldn't have known how to say goodbye anyway.
Yeah, me neither.
Your ring.
No, this is real.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you. So I'm just supposed to go? Supposed to leave like this?
Yeah. It's better this way.
When will I see you again?
Well, just remember that I love you. There's nothing more important in the world than love.
I love you too.
And then go get them. That's all. It's simple. Don't be afraid. Be yourself. And love the world. Que la vaya bien con Dios.
Okay.
All right? I got 3 pieces of luggage here, and I can't find one.
Well, yes, but I'm gonna wait.
Well, I'll be damned.
Well, my darling, it's so good to have you back on Earth. And by the way, the press is on to you and his nibs.
Oh, well, we both knew that was going to happen sooner or later, didn't we?
Did you call and tell him we were coming?
No, I don't know where he's staying.
Shall we ask him to join us for dinner after the speech?
Let's not, Bella. Let's just wait and see what happens, okay? Okay. So, now, how's the race for mayor going?
It looks real good. Cuomo and Beam are my only problems.
They both have hair, right?
Hair?
Yes.
Hair, yes. Brains, I'm not so sure of.
Is there anyone else you should be worried about?
Nah, well, that windbag from Congress, but he can't get arrested.
What windbag?
You know, the baldy from the village.
Who?
Who? Ed Koch.
Ed Koch, I don't know him.
Nobody does.
Does he have long fingers?
Long fingers?
Commission another poll, Bella. Check on the potential of Ed Koch.
Shirley, polls cost money.
Okay, let me tell you a story that happened to me in the Andes.
Listen, Terry, I want you to commission another poll, but focus on Ed Koch. Don't ask me why. It's the weirdest story I ever heard. Well, I did it. Call me superstitious.
To be forewarned is to be forearmed, that's all, especially if you're a fighter.
Do you believe that the church... Shirley, Bella, can we get a picture of you and Jerry, please? You know, like liberal hands across the seat?
Yeah.
Could you tell me what your feelings are?
How do you do, Mr. Stanford? I admire your stand on human rights. I'll be interested to hear what you have to say about Central America.
Thank you, Miss Abzug. And may I say how much I admire your commitment? We need more people like you in this world.
Thank you.
Very nice to meet you. Jerry.
Miss MacLaine, how nice to see you again. Thank you for coming.
Can we get you two together just a little closer? Thank you very much.
Very good.
That's nice.
Would you like to have dinner after and we can talk?
I'm afraid I won't be able to. I have to go straight to the airport.
I see. You happy, Jerry?
As much as can be expected, yeah. I have so much to do.
Very nice, very nice.
I think we both do.
Thank you. Oh, that's much better. There we go, sir.
It's nice to see you both. Miss Abzug, good luck in your election.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Hey, are you all right?
Sure. I don't think I'll stay for the speech, though.
I don't blame you. Let's go.
Good night, my Billachka.
Good night, my darling. Get some rest.
I will. But I'm not the slightest bit tired. Listen. I realize that all the stuff I've been doing flies in the face of everything you believe in. And yet it hasn't affected how you feel about me at all. Thanks for that, Bella.
That's what they call friendship.
That's what they call love. Malibu Beach at sunset. Magic hour, we call it in the movies. It's that time of day between light and dark that always makes me wonder who I am and where I fit in.